In the meantime, buyout guys, the market is now open. Once again, let's all establish the ground rules for the Phoenix Suns and all the other teams, okay?
Right. Don't tweet us if these things don't apply.
Do not tweet at Gambo987 if the player you're interested in has a salary greater than $12.4 million this year, because the Suns can't get him.
Right.
They're not allowed. So don't ask him about Spencer Dinwiddie. Don't ask him about Marcus Morris, because the Suns can't get him either. Everybody else I've seen that's on the list so far would be eligible for the Suns to go get. Now,
So Corey Joseph fits.
Victor Oladipo fits. Robin Lopez fits. There are a few other guys who do fit for the Suns. The question is their level of interest in the buyout market. Now, you did the Gambo thing today.
Sure.
Tell everybody what you found.
So what I found out is right now they're in a wait-and-see mode. They're not in a rush to get any of these players. The feeling is that there's going to be a lot more options that are going to become available. Few of these guys can even play in their rotation because of where they're set right now. So it's a wait-and-see approach. Be a little patient because there's the expectation that more players will become available, that not just the original list that's out there now, but other players and maybe some better players could become available. So I don't expect them to jump in and grab one of these guys right now. They're going to wait this out a little bit and see what else comes available.
There's the list that's out there now, and then there's guys that's expected to join the list. Corey Joseph, Thaddeus Young, Killian Hayes, Robin Lopez, Daniel House is on the list. Victor Oladipo. I don't want to speak for a lot of Suns fans. It would seem that the two that have drawn the most interest for Suns fans are Corey Joseph. And when you and I talked a little bit about him yesterday, I wouldn't mind Corey Joseph coming in here as a buyout guy because I think he could play some minutes during the regular season. Not during the playoffs, but during the regular season. Thaddeus Young is the other guy, and I know he's so old. He's just been connected to the Phoenix Suns for so long now. It's kind of like Eric Gordon. Right? Like Eric Gordon finally got to the Phoenix Suns.
Right.
Thaddeus Young coming to the Suns after he gets bought out would feel like a very Suns thing to do. We have connected him to the Suns for a half decade now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they need him. I don't think they use him.
No. The only thing is, he's so old now.
Yes, he is.
Thaddeus Young, he's going to be 36 years old during the playoffs this year. He's going to turn 36. Yeah, the Suns, we've connected him to the Suns in previous years. I think it's been a little while since we last connected him to the Suns. But that's why I just don't know that a guy like that could break into the rotation. 2021, October of 2021, the last time I tweeted, as for Thaddeus Young, the Suns still have interest in a trade for the veteran power forward. He makes sense, but the belief is he stays in San Antonio for the time being. So that's where that came up.
Yeah.
But that's 2021, so that's almost 3 years ago, when his name came up.
I think this year is, the word you used yesterday I think was spot on, insurance. You'd be looking for a guy the guy you're going to find, barring some unforeseen circumstance, I don't think the guy they could find in the buyout market would crack their top 7 or 8. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's somebody becomes available who could. But I think the Suns are pretty set with their top 7 or 8. So what you'd be looking for is depth. What you'd be looking for is insurance. What you'd be looking for is a guy who can play in case somebody gets hurt and has to miss a week or two, and you can kind of get by during the regular season. I do like Corey Joseph, if only because the Suns don't really have a point guard on the roster, and it'd be nice to have one during the regular season to get a few minutes, especially when Booker doesn't play. But it's not, they're all luxury items. None of them are necessities, right? None of them are...
Got to have this or we can't win.
Right. It's not milk, and it's not bread, and it's not butter, and it's not meat. It's Doritos potato chips, right? It's any guy that you would get in the buyout market is a pure luxury item and not a staple for your basketball team. Last year, the buyout market, you needed staples.
Because of the Durant trade.
Yeah, you needed bodies. You were so thinned out after the Durant trade. This year's totally different. And so if they don't get anybody in the buyout market, I'm not going to be that disappointed.
They're going to look. But again, patience right now. Wait it out. See what becomes available. A lot of the guys that are out there now can't really break into the rotation. The belief is that other players will become available, and they'll kind of judge it one by one to see if anybody's a fit.
James Jones was asked about it today and said, yeah, sure. What do I want from the buyout market? Let me tell you.
More shooting, more defense, more passing, more rebounding. When we look at our team, we like where we are, but we always feel like we can get better. And it's tough this time of year because you always have to make these decisions. These are people decisions where you're bringing on players that can help you, but you're also losing players that help you get to where you are. So even though it's a part of the business, we take it personally because you're talking about building team chemistry. And in order to do that, you have to have good people. And so we lost some good people. We got some good people back. And hopefully the next couple of weeks, the next month or so, affords us the opportunity to continue to build on our chemistry.
I was even thinking this listening to James. Okay, so your 6 is Eric Gordon, your 7 is Royce O'Neal, your 8 is Drew Eubanks, your 9 or 10
Bol
is
or
Josh
Okogie.
Okogie or Bol Bol.
Who are you gonna get?
Exactly. Who are you going to get that's going to crack that? And the answer is probably nobody. But
don't you want to see, like one of the callers said it, don't you want to see what they could do rolling Bol out there for 30 more games?
sure, of course.
He's a shot
Very much.
blocker.
Very much.
He can handle the ball. Like, there is more potential there if he's given the chance. This kid's got crazy skill. Like, who's to say that the guy if you gave Bol 30 games to really fit in, that you could get a guy that could give you more than he does. He gives you a shot blocking presence. He gives you somebody who can handle the ball. He'll shoot it. He's not afraid. Man, they freaking love him. Kevin Durant goes nuts every time he does something on the court.
Yeah.